Hey, happy Friday, guys. It's your girl, Jersey Love Steph. And if you're out there, I just want to welcome you in. Dee and Doug, she always talks about, how she's getting her calcium and stuff because, our bodies need calcium no matter who you are. But maybe you're having a hard time getting the calcium. Maybe you can't drink a lot of milk or something like that. But one easy way you can get, let me make sure my mail's not there. Um, One easy way you can get calcium is cream of wheat. And if you look, it only takes 2.5 minutes in the morning. And I don't know if you ever had this. It's really delicious. I don't know, maybe you had grits or something. Let me write that off. Maybe you had grits or something, but this is really delicious. I make it, what you have to do though is whisk it in. I do like 3 tablespoons with a 1 1/3 cup water. No, Tank, stop. So I make this and then I put like butter, milk, and brown sugar, but you could put anything in it. And this is the nutrition about it. Now, if you look per 1 1/4 cup, this is prepared if you I put the milk in after, but look at the nutrition in it. Now, this box is probably like $5, but you get so many servings out of this. So think about how much money you could save. It has 24 servings. So even if you spent $5 on this, you know, Tank, Tank. Sorry, guys. Even if you spent $5, you have 24 servings. Maybe somebody eats a little bit more because you can make a 1/4 cup or something. Where is it? A 1/3 cup, and then you got 4 servings, 3/4 cup. But anyways, has 24 servings. But if you look at the nutrition, like vitamin D has 40% in 1 serving, calcium 50%, iron, potassium, thiamine, riboflavin. If you look at that, even if, so whatever stage you're in, whether you're young, whether you're older, it's delicious. But, look, they put berries in it. Like I said, I just put butter on it. Some people put an egg on top of it. I put butter, brown sugar, and milk. And it's a quick breakfast. So, hey, welcome in, guys. Hello. All right, so 10 calcium facts. So, our bodies need calcium no matter who you are. So did you know, so I'm reading from globalhealing.com. So this is not my, yeah, maple syrup, yum. Oh, that'd be delicious. You have to whisk it though when you make it, because if you don't, it gets lumpy. But it only takes 2.5 minutes. So it says, did you know that calcium accounts for around 1.5 to 2% of your body weight? This vital mineral is perhaps best known to strengthen bones, teeth, the heart, and slash your risk of developing a number of diseases. On the contrary, a calcium deficiency can lead to common conditions like hypertension, which I believe is high blood pressure, seizures, and much more. So that's a calcium deficiency can cause you. So maybe if you're having trouble with these, I'm not a doctor, this isn't medical advice, but it says it can lead to common conditions like hypertension, seizures, and much more. Perhaps one of the most fascinating realization is that the history of science behind calcium is often little discussed, despite the highly interesting and useful nature of this information. From the many uses of calcium for enhancing your total body health to the scientific characteristics of the mineral that paved the way for its benefits, here are 10 facts about calcium you may have heard, you may have never heard. So, adequate calcium actually fights, not promotes kidney stones. You're probably thinking that this simply cannot be true, but even the mainstream medical media establishment now admits that new science has shed light on the entire relationship between kidney stones and calcium intake, previously thought to be the villain behind the extremely painful stones that can permanently damage the lining of the body. Turns out that the latest studies on the subject support a high calcium intake for protection against kidney stones. Calcium can balance your pH level towards alkaline. Those suffering from debilitating disease are often in shock when they discover that they have a highly acidic body, which can be a serious breeding ground for disease. Though through the consumption of processed sugars, sodas, and other junk food, the body can become very acidic on the pH. It should come as no surprise that such an acid environment is actually linked to the development of hypertension and kidney stones. Calcium can help to balance out this concern, return the body to a less acidic, alkaline-based environment. Calcium and vitamin D. Calcium and vitamin D are highly important in their own respective ways. As the intake of one should be gauged towards the intake of the other, vitamin D is absolutely essential for the proper absorption of calcium by the human body, as vitamin D is converted to a hormone that causes the very intestinal proteins that are needed for the proper absorption of calcium. Vitamin D, like calcium, affects numerous vital processes within the human body that are absolutely necessary for life. So we need calcium and vitamin D. You know, it's just, you can choose what you do, but it definitely plays a huge part in our health. So you know how expensive the doctor is. So fortunately, I haven't been going to the doctor like crazy, and I thank God for that. Good health is, if you have good health, it's worth $1,000,000. People spend a lot of money to get their health back. Healthy smile. The foundation of a healthy smile is rooted in the health of the teeth and the jawbone. Calcium can help you maintain a healthy jawbone throughout life, protecting against the breakdown of the bone through bone degeneration disease. When your teeth are healthy, bacteria and tartar will not as easily be able to thrive and become more prevalent. Our bodies contain more calcium than any other mineral. Calcium is so fundamental to the processes of life that the human body contains more calcium than any other mineral. According to Everyday Health, 99% of the calcium in our bodies is also stored in the teeth and bones. The rest of the integral mineral is stored in other areas where it is needed, such as in the fluid between body cells, blood, and muscle. Abundance in nature. In addition to being abundant within the body, calcium is also the fifth most abundant mineral in the Earth's crust, present at a level of around 3% in the oceans and soil. Calcium is a major part of the life cycle of plants as well as humans. Calcium may slash chronic disease risks. Research from Brigham and Women's Hospital in Boston has found that based on a review of 17 peer-reviewed studies, calcium can play a very serious role in the fight against chronic disease. This information was backed up by a Swedish study that also examined the information with similar conclusions, with Swedish researchers examining more than 23,000 men over a 9 period who were taking extra calcium. The scientists concluded that the increased calcium intake led to a lower risk of certain chronic diseases. Calcium helps transport other nutrients. While also important itself, calcium also helps to maximize your health through the, let me make sure my phone's not, my finger's not, maximize your health through the transportation of nutrients through cell membranes and where your body needs it most. This gives calcium an entirely new and powerful function as an assistant to the body in ensuring that you are meeting your daily nutrient needs across the board. Calcium throughout history. Calcium has been known as far back as the 1st century when the ancient Romans actually used calcium oxide to make lime. It should come as no surprise then to learn that the name calcium comes from the Latin word that literally means lime. I don't know what that means. Okay, so calcium means lime. Latin word that actually literally means lime. Okay. I don't know what that means, so I guess it's just Latin. I'm just reading this for the first time too, but I wanted to share this because we all need. I'm going to try to start eating this in the morning because I don't get enough milk in my body. And as always, calcium intake can be simple, but quality matters. So always I recommend only the highest quality form of calcium when it comes to increasing your intake through supplementation. I can't take a supplement. I tried and I got really sick from it. I just trying to eat like natural, get it from food. Specifically, calcium orotate is the highest quality and natural form you can find when it comes to calcium supplementation. Also recommend looking for a product that adds magnesium orotate. All right, so results may vary. Information statements made are for education purposes and are not intended to replace advice to your doctor. If you have a severe medical condition or health concern, see your physician. And this is who wrote it. Dr. Edward Group, DC. Is a healer and alternative health advocate and an industry leader and innovator in the field of natural health who's dedicated to helping others. He is a registered doctor of chiropractic. naturopathic practitioner, and he's a proud alum of Harvard Business School and MIT Sloan School of Management. Wow. Hey, Dimmy, how are you? Look what we got, Dimmy. I don't know if you like, I'm not sure if you like this one, but this is my favorite over grits. I like the cream of wheat. Just wanted to share this because if you look at this, look at all the, this is only in three tablespoons of this, 40% of your vitamin D. This is prepared though with a 1¼ cup fat-free milk, but I use lactose-free, but so calcium and vitamin D, so it's hand in hand. So our bodies need both to absorb the one and the other, you know. I never liked cream of wheat, something about the taste. I do like grits. You're down, a lot of people from down south, they like the grits. I like grits too, but I'm more a cream of wheat. I don't know if grits have like the high, how they are as far as like the nutrients. I gotta research that because like fish and grits or shrimp and grits. But I'll make this sometimes in the morning. I think I'm gonna get back into it because the amount of nutrients that's in here is amazing. You know, for the price of it, I think it's a good amount. You know, you're getting a lot of nutrition, and it's, you know, it's not much ingredients in wheat, farina, calcium, wheat germ. My mom used to give us wheat germ, and it kept us from getting real sick. We liked it on, we used to put it on yogurt or something. People say, ew. It used to be good though. It's like crunchy. It comes in like a jar. We keep it in the fridge, but wheat germ. But the food does, I know the way the cost of living is and stuff like that. A lot of people are just struggling. But, you know, I'll still buy this even if I become rich or whatever. We still need to, I would still want to be sensible, you know. But I just want to share this with you guys, right, Demi? We need calcium and vitamin D. I didn't know how much stuff it really affects. But our bones for sure, but there's so many functions that it actually, you know, that affects if we don't get enough. So if you're struggling with a lot of this, you know, get your levels checked if you can, or maybe just start. I'm not a doctor, so this isn't medical advice, but it's just, I read the article. It is from a doctor. You know, he is a medical doctor, went to Harvard and stuff, and they did studies on it. So this is a reputable source I'm getting it from. And this is pretty delicious. Demi says grits she likes. But, all right, guys. Thanks for coming in, Demi. I'm going to go because I made some egg rolls. Let me turn you around. I look a little bit hot mess. Oh, I made egg rolls. I'm going to go. I got them in, it was a long day. I was going to do a live, I don't know if I'm going to go live tonight. Maybe this will be it and just chill out this week. It's been a long one, but I'm glad we're getting busy again. It's been really slow at work. So whatever you're doing, thank you for stopping in. Thank you, Demi, for coming in. And thank you, everybody out there. Thank you for all the thumbs up. I appreciate it. It really helps the channel. I can't do it without you guys. Thank you. Have a nice weekend, guys. Love you. Take care now.